I'm gonna tell you about the worst assumption I have ever made in my life. I'm a 42 years old mom of two wonderful girls. I work in IT in Italy. I mostly like rap, hip hop, rock. I don't know, music that, in my opinion, has actual weight to it. I do consider myself a pretty cool mom, or at least that's what my kids say. And K-pop. I did have a very clear opinion about K-pop. Perfectly packaged, sweet, poppy, sappy. Well, just not for me. I didn't listen to a single second of it, and I knew that. But then Sophia had 13-year-old, smart, naughty. I um, I called her my little demon, and for months, literally months, she made it her personal mission to convince me to take her to a Stray Kids concert. She showed me pictures, snippets of songs, evidence, every single day. I didn't listen to one second of it. I kept saying, yeah, we will see, which, every mom knows that it probably means no. Anyway, the tickets were expensive. Money was pretty tight, so I kept almost ignoring her. Almost. But there is something about Sophia. She does not give up. And I don't know, somewhere between the thousands of proofs that she showed me and the look on her face when she was talking about them, in the end, I said yes. Yes. I just told myself that I'm doing her a favor. So on the 30th of July, 2026, I walked into Rome Olympic Stadium thinking that I was just a cool mom taking her kid to see a Korean boy band. Sing about sunshine and rainbows for 2 hours. Well, I walked out completely unable to speak. And I have been trying to understand why ever since. Actually, I wanted to make this video for a really long time, but I kept stopping myself. I never made a video for anything in my life, so I didn't know how to start, what to say. I was just scared I was just being, I don't know, another voice in the space. And yeah, there are already so many. I didn't want to be redundant. Yeah. But this feeling wouldn't go away. It just kept growing and growing. And at some point, I realized that this was something so strong that did not deserve to stay silent. So here I am, first video ever. No idea what I'm doing. Just sharing this with the world if the world wants to listen. So yeah, this is this is the story. Okay, so I will tell you about Sophia's campaign because yeah, it was not a question. It was not a request. It was a full organized, relentless campaign that lasted for months and months. She started with showing me pictures. Oh, mom, look at them. Yeah, okay, Sophia, very nice. Snippets of songs and whatnot, clips, TikToks, and I did not listen to them. I was just, yeah, yeah, sure, yeah, it's nice. Oh, if you like it. And yeah, I was, it's not that I was ignoring her, but I kind of did because in my head, I already knew what it was. K-pop. My image of K-pop was perfectly looking pretty boys, perfect choreographies, perfect songs about perfect sweet things, rainbows, candies. Not for me, at least. at that time, not for me. But there's something about Sophia, 13 years old, very smart, slightly evil. Yeah, she's my little demon. And Sophia doesn't give up, like, never for anything. So her campaign continued every day. And every day I was, we will see, maybe, I think about it. If you do your homework, if you listen to me. And she was, I have, I don't know the words to describe it. She was so much deeply interested in them, and you could see on her face the love she had for them, their music. I didn't know at the time. Uh, in the end, I gave up and I said, okay, we gonna somehow take out the money and get the tickets. And I did. I actually was convinced that I was doing that for her. I was being a good mom. I was going to survive 2 hours of rainbow music and I don't know, unicorns. And we left for Rome. Well, I was actually incredibly wrong about everything. Uh, we got to the Olympic Stadium, and the first thing that hit me, before music or anything else, were the people. So many of them, thousands. And Sophia did tell me many times that Stays, the fandom name, Stays were different, and they were kind, and the community is something special. And I heard her say it, but you know, I was just thinking it's something that fans say, right? You love someone so much, you'll say anything just to show how much you love them. Then I started meeting them, and one by one, every person that we crossed paths with just proved her right. There was something, I don't know, genuinely warm about the crowd. They made you feel safe, comfortable, welcome. Uh, it was like, when you feel there is a rule, but nobody was saying it out loud. It was just like they all agreed silently that they will take care of each other and respect each other. This was the overall feeling. And this was before we even entered the stadium. It was outside. No, I did I did see it. She was right about that one. So then, after hours of waiting, we went inside. And the stage. Whew. I have been to concerts before, smaller ones, yes, but still concerts. And I thought I knew what a stage looked like, what a show looked like. I was not prepared. The setup was literally out of this world. Big screens, lights everywhere, the scale of everything. It was just unreal. Like, I don't know, walking into something that shouldn't physically exist. Every few minutes, I was mentally slapping myself to back to reality because I don't know. I could already feel myself being pulled into something. I didn't know yet what that something was, and I remember thinking, I was talking to myself. Okay, stay cool. You are a grown adult. You took your kid to the concert. This is just a pop concert. Get it together. But it didn't last for long. And the music started. Oh my god. The crowd exploded. And I exploded. Those shouts. It's not that you were only hearing them. You felt them in your chest. You felt them in your bones. You felt vibration in your body when you heard those screams. And they weren't even on the stage yet. This was they weren't even on the stage. I don't know, some uh other people that were fixing the stage and stuff just took a few steps on the stage and the crowd went. "Wah!" That was insane. I did not expect that either. So many things I didn't expect in that show. Uh, in the end, the show starts. It was strong music. Didn't really catch most of the lyrics because, as you know, or if you don't know, their music is in Korean mixed up with the English. It was a very fast pace, so even the English words I didn't catch them all. But there was something that I feel like nobody tells you about Stray Kids. You don't need to actually understand the words. You know, the music hits you somewhere that's underneath language, underneath genre, underneath every preconception you walked in with at that concert, at their concert. And before I realized what was happening, I was like moving. It was, oh my god. The woman who came in her to make her daughter a favor, moving to the rhythm and stopping every few minutes, thinking, what am I even doing? This is kids' music. And then, like, immediately just got back to moving because it was just so catchy. Yeah, I was never more wrong about anything in my entire life. They appeared on the stage, and Sophia, she completely lost it. And me, like a very reasonable and mature mom, tried to hold her up so she could see, because you cannot see maybe from the video, but we're not exactly tall. And I told her, Sophia, it's okay. They're just normal people, just like us. It's just a show. Get it together. Enjoy the music. But then she started crying. And I still don't understand exactly why. I have not explained this to myself yet, but I don't know. Something about that moment, the energy, the music, the thousands of people around us, Sophia next to me, that she was completely overwhelmed. That broke something inside me that I didn't know it was closed. I don't know how to explain. Yeah. Then I remember the song that hit me like afterwards. I found out the name. It was Miro. Miro hit me. I was jumping like crazy. And also Domino and Top Line. Like songs that I never heard in my life. And I was jumping and dancing. Felt like I knew those songs since forever. At that point I just completely stopped talking to myself and just let it happen. Just, I don't know, have fun. I went with the flow, and the flow was carrying me hard. um, I don't know if you saw how their stages are, but there's the big stage in front, and there's a part of the stage that is extending towards in the middle of the crowd, and somehow there were 5, 10 meters, I don't know, they were close. You could actually see their faces. At that point, Sophia saw Felix. Oh my god, she started crying so bad. It was like she was waiting her entire life for that moment. Um, there were two girls taller than us. I mean, I think everyone was taller than us at that concert. They were in front of us. They turned around and they saw Sophia, that she was completely destroyed. She was crying like someone was trying to kill her. And they picked her up and they lifted her on their shoulders, like they were close to each other, and they seated her on their shoulders. And at that point, Felix was in front, right? And she was, ah, Felix. And he noticed her and said hi. He said hi. He waved at her. I I cannot even describe how Sophia's face looked like when they put her down. She was unable to speak. She was unable to stop crying. She was shaking. And yeah, she's my little girl. So I, I started crying like crazy also. It was an insane moment. We hugged. It felt like we hugged like for 3 hours. I don't know how long that moment was, but it was so intense. It was so emotional. I I don't even know how to explain it. There were so many emotions in the same moment. It was surreal somehow. I really wish I had those two girls' names, or I don't know, telephone numbers. I would like to tell them how much that moment meant to Sophia and to me, like to the both of us. Actually, that was an unforgettable moment. Like, they didn't have to do it. Nobody asked them to, but they just did. That's Now I know that's how stays are. Sophia told me. I did not listen to her, but they hit me in the face. Show ended. They did an encore. I think they did another one. And it ended. It lasted actually 4 hours instead of two, like I heard it should have last. Those 4 hours that just flew away. We walked back to our Airbnb. It was a silence between us. Not that we didn't have anything to say, apart from the fact that we didn't have a voice anymore because of the shouting. It felt like it was too much to say. I don't know. Uh, it was half an hour from the stadium to the Airbnb. It we were trying to let everything set down and understand what we just went through. It was so much. We were so empty, but so full. at the same time. It, yeah, they left us speechless. Next morning, I woke up. I was still not understanding what just happened to me. Something, I don't know. Like physically, yes. No voice because I was screaming. I cannot remember what I was screaming. I didn't know any lyrics. But yeah, I was screaming. Was destroyed. My back was, oh my lord. All those hours trying to lift Sophia to see them better. I was physically dead, but emotionally, mm, how can I say it? It's like it was taken apart and then put back together, but kind of differently. Something like was a new version of myself, but I did not have the instruction to how to use that. So, as an adult, when you don't know something, you try to understand. So, what did I do when I got home? Rabbit hole. Started to search songs first. I did not know the titles. I did not want to ask Sophia because somewhere deep inside I was like, this is kids' music. I don't want her to know that she actually was right. So I was searching on internet Stray Kids song that goes this or that or humming something into Google like a completely normal person. And Miro was the one that I found again for the first time, and I listened to it, and it actually hit me exactly the same way it hit me at that stadium. Then I found another, and another, and another, and after, I don't know, 5, 10 songs, I was like, man, these people actually make music. It's not that it's, oh, this is catchy. Oh, I can see why teenager likes this. It's no, they actually make music with intention, with weight, with something to say, with morals, with everything in it. You can dissect it and interpret it in so many different ways. So I looked on forward. I found out that they write their music, they produce it, they make choreographies, maybe not 100%, but enough to actually feel that those 8 people are not handed songs by a label or someone and here you go, just perform it. They actually build everything from from bottom to top. And somehow that new information for me changed everything because usually for me music is something that it either catches my ear or it doesn't. It's not that I don't ever look up the face behind it. I don't go search around the internet who wrote it, who produced it, who what. But there was something from that concert that moved me in some way that pushed me to want to know more. Like, who are these people? So, yeah, I kept going. I saw interviews, behind the scene, live documentaries, variety shows that they have. Uh, so much content I didn't even know it existed like a week earlier. And what I got from all of that it felt like they are exactly the persons that their music say they are. I don't know if you get me, but it was their personalities, their hard work. It's not just words that rhyme in their music, it's genuine, it's something they feel, they experience, and they just share it with the world. I don't know, something is just, it's almost difficult to watch some of the behind the scenes. That's how hardworking they are. They're funny, they're so dedicated. Um, it's what you see is what they are, something like that. And Sophia, yeah, she watched my deep dive into Stray Kids with her little demon face, without saying I told you so, but her face said it every second. Yep, she was right. I did not listen to her. So, of course, slowly I started to learn names, faces, stories. But I realized that it wasn't about K-pop. It was my daughter tried to share something she loved with me for months, with evidence, patience, persistence, that now I actually recognize as one of her most beautiful qualities, and I almost missed it. That it's not because I'm a bad mom, I think, but I was so sure that I already knew, you know? K-pop. Yeah. Flowers and sunshine. That was my concept. But Stray Kids did not give me just music I love right now. They actually, how do I say it? They gave me a front row seat to see who my daughter is, what she likes, what she loves, what are her values, why she fought so hard for that concert, and the strong connection that we already have. Uh, it was just a concert, you would say. Yeah. Why am I blabbering so much about it? But after that, it became something bigger, something. No, we went there as mom and daughter, and we came back something a lot more than that. I did not expect any of this, but maybe that's the exact point, you know. I kind of want to talk about something that, in my opinion, I think it gets lost in all the noise around their music. A lot of opinions from people that actually never listened to them or any other K-pop band group music. And I know it because I was one of them. I had loud opinions, zero evidence. I was so confident and so completely wrong. And I think it happens something like we hear K-pop and our brain is like, okay, we have a nice box, manufactured, packaged, not serious music. Put everything in that box, close it, and just leave it away. It's K-pop. We don't care. But Stray Kids, well, they kind of don't fit in the box. Those those 8 people, those 8 kids, how they call themselves. It feels like they chose from the start the hardest possible path to walk on. Like, they could have easily just let someone else write their music, let someone else decide who they were, how to look. A lot of groups do, and that there's nothing wrong with it. But they said no. No. We build everything. Lyrics, beats, concepts, details. It's whatever you see or hear from Stray Kids, it comes from them, from their actual lives, fears, fights, joy, experiences of any kind and color. And yes, that is not a K-pop thing. It's not even a genre thing. It's something rare. It's the kind of thing that when you find it in any artist, any genre, any corner of the world, you stop, you pay attention, and you respect it. I don't know. Think about them, how young they were when they started. Like, how much they poured into this, hours, weeks, months, years. The pressure, the doubt, all of it. They built something real. And then thinking about Rome, thousands of people from everywhere, I don't know, different countries, different languages, different lives. They all stood there in that stadium and felt the same thing at the same time. Where those two strangers lifted a crying 13-year-old on their shoulders without being asked. A boy on the stage that waved at her and made her feel seen. I'm sorry. A mom who got there with every wrong assumption possible and stood in the middle of all of that and completely been taken apart. That I don't think that happens on accident. I feel that happens because music is real, because people that make music are real. In the middle of everything, of, I don't know, writing, producing, and relentless hard work, they put something true in it, and true things find you, especially when you're not looking for it. It's especially when you are certain that is not for you. Yeah. So yeah, just a mom that got hit in the face because her little demon didn't give up. So Stray Kids say stay, right? That's how they call their fans. But I believe that the name goes both ways. Like, they stay for us and we stay for them. I did come into this completely by accident, but I'm staying. Yep. And this channel, this video, is how I'm gonna figure out how or why. I don't know. If you made it this far, thank you. If you are a stay and you watch this, thank you for building a community that picked up my daughter in a stadium in Rome. Whew. If you never listen to Stray Kids, well, I'm not gonna tell you that you should do. I'm just gonna tell you what happened to me, and then you will actually decide. Yeah, this is my first ever video, so I generally have no idea whether this channel will go, but I know that I have a lot more to say about this music and about these people, about what they mean to me. And I don't know, is there something that you would like to see from me? A song that you want me to talk about? Something you want me to discover? Feel free to leave a comment and I will try to read all of them. Yep, my name is Alex and Sophia says hi. Let's go.